Hello everyone, today we are going to implement a C++ plugin to access display information. By display I mean monitor. So when I have multiple monitors, or even if I have one monitor, we will be able to get the names of these monitors using the plugin that we are going to create. So there we will add a few functions to get or information about the displays and the display counts, etc. The reason to implement it as a C++ plugin is because those information is not accessible, as far as I know, within Blueprint. So that's why I'm gonna have to implement a plugin. Right, let's see how to do that then. So usually when we go to settings and display settings, if there are multiple displays, we should be able to see an option to switch the display here between multiple displays and apply. So by doing that, we can switch between the active display the game is using. But in this system, we haven't implemented that yet. So that's why I am going to implement this C++ plugin because in Blueprint level I couldn't find a way to access those low-level functions to change the display. So for that, first, in order to create a plugin, if I go here and under plugin, only plugin type is available, but for this we need a Blueprint function library plugin. So the reason that I can't create such a plugin here is because this is a Blueprint project. This is not a C++ project. So if I just add some C++ class here, this project will be converted into a C++ project. So we will be able to add C++ plugins as well. But I don't really want to keep this as a C++ project because we are not really using any C++ classes or anything inside this project. So, but anyway, we can later on delete that after we create the plugin. First, I'll just add some class, C++ class. So using the type of, well, it doesn't really matter here. Anyway, I'll use this Blueprint function library and I'll just leave the default name and default settings and create. Now adding code to the project. Project now includes sources. Please close the editor and build from your IDE. Okay, now the C++ project, Visual Studio project loads. So let me close this and build this project. Alright, now if I go here, now you see other types of plugins are available. So here I'll select Blueprint library and I'll name it CLN display library. What the CodeLikeMe library to access display information. Right, create. CLM display library was created and enabled. Okay, now and see Visual Studio project, I got this reload door. Let's reload. Okay, under plugins, now we have display library and source, and here now we got CLM display library, BP library, so which we can put all the blueprint callable functions, and here we can use this to, oh, this is something by default. Okay, so right, we have an example function, CLM display library sample function. Right, now let's see if this is accessible. Let me create a new level because I want to first test this without the menu just to make sure this is working. Sample function, yeah, see, execute sample function. So the function is there. Okay, right, now we can start working. So let me delete this because I don't need it. And first I'll add a function to get the number of displays. So it should return an integer, a static function, static int get display count. And this is the u function. We need to add this property specifier. It should be blueprint callable, otherwise we will not see this function from the blueprints. And category display library. Alright, now we can implement this function. So let me save everything and let's just see if this function appears. It should. We didn't do much here, but anyway, let's see. Yeah, compilation succeed. Now why is this still here? Display count. Right, the function is there, but this is at the moment it only returns 0. We haven't implemented the function yet. So this is the function that we have to use in order to get display related details, so which resides in this application core module. And to use this we need to include this header file. So I'll include this header file in the here, no, not here, in here. Oh, right. And also, as I said, we need to include that this module, application core module. So here, CLM display library build.cs, open it, and as a private dependency, I'll add that. Right now, maybe when we do that, I think we have to restart the project, but let's see. Okay, everything seems fine. maybe no errors appeared because we didn't really try anything. So in order to get the display information, we have used this f display matrix display. I'll just call it displays, and then we have to use this function to initialize that rebuild display matrix. So f display matrix rebuild display matrix and pass displays point. Okay, now we can return displays. So now here we have an array called monitor info, and num will return the size of this array. So in this array it contains information about all the monitors or displays that is available for us. So this count will return the number of displays that we have. Okay, so at the moment I have 2 displays connected. Let me compile and see. If it returns 2, it should be working fine. Now I'll add a num dot, which is the dot in the numeric pad, and so this is just some event so that I can fire an event, and here I'll add a print, and it should print the number of displays we will have. So I print num of displays. Right, now let's see, play and press dot. Yeah, see, num of displays 2. Okay, alright, now as I said, so this is also not the next thing I want is I want to show the display names available. So now we know the count. Now let's access more details about the displays. Here, if I go to this displays class, display matrix class, here we have f monitor info, and within this display matrix we have this t array of monitor info. So this will contain information about all the displays that we have. So if we can get these details, name, id, native width, native height, this information into the blueprint, we would be able to show the name of the displays in our widgets, in our display settings widget. But we can't return this structure because this is not accessible for blueprints. This is not visible for blueprints. Therefore, in here, wait, no, maybe in here, I'll create another structure. Oh, what if I just do it here? Yeah, I'll create another structure. Oh, sorry, before the class. So struct f, I'll call it f display info, and just like this one, we need to have the statement generated use struct. Should be capital. Use struct body. Otherwise we get an error. So then all I need is just this same where is this? These same variables, but I don't think these two are accessible, would be accessible from blueprint. So except these two, if platform rect variables, I'll add other stuff. So like this, and remove these two. Now one more thing, here we need to specify use struct blueprint type to make it accessible for blueprints. Now here we need to specify this as a U property. Blueprint callable. Sorry, this is not a function. Blueprint read only. I'm not planning to modify these values from the blueprint side, so that's why I use blueprint read only. Now we need to give this specifier for all of these variables, otherwise we will not be able to access them. Right, so okay, let's compile and see. Alright, so here if I type display info, yeah, now we have that data structure. Nice. So what's this? Okay, it's nothing. Okay, now here I'll add a function that also needs to be blueprint callable. Oh, why there is an indentation? Static. So this should return an array of display info. So the array f display info, and give the name get all displays. Right. It indents automatically, so I'll leave it. Okay, now we can implement this function. So here before returning, I'll add a T array of display info. I'll call it displays and return displays. Now we need to initialize this displays with available displays information. So for that we can use this part. this is the same name, so I'll call this all displays. Yeah. Okay, now the monitor info array within this displays contains details regarding of the monitors. So let's run a for loop for const f monitor info, because here this is the array that I'm going to iterate. So f monitor info and monitor display monitor info. Okay. Right, now we need to add displays, all displays at f display info. I didn't add a constructor here. Yeah, so we need to add a constructor to allow initializing this. We can first add a default constructor. Is there a way to generate that? No. Okay, f default constructor f display info name f string nothing. Oh. And well, I've been doing some Python, so I recently, so I forget this semicolon at the end now. id equals f string none native width is 0, native height so 0, max resolution, let's use this, E is primary, false, and DPI 0. Okay, now let's add a custom constructor. F display info const f string name. This is going to be the name. We pass const f string NID that's next. Native width int 32 native weight in active with I'll just type it without recording. Okay, to save time, I just typed it without recording. So this is the function. This is the custom constructor. Now, if I go here, now we can add. Monitor name and monitor ID. What's next? Native width. Max resolution. Is primary. DPI. Okay. That should be all. Now let's go ahead and compile. Okay. Now here I'll add another. No need to add another input. I'll add another line. Get code displays. Right, and run a for each loop. And break. So we can access name, ID. Okay, let's print this. Print display. Let's say display 1 or display 0, and then let's name the name. Next, is primary. No, let's also put the width height as well. Resolution, and I'll put width X height, and then just the primary is primary, this value, and also DPI just in case to see if it is working. As I know, this max resolution returns 0 as I remember for some reason. Okay. Alright, now let's keep this for a while so we have enough time to read. Press stop. See? Okay, as I said, I have two monitors. Dell F046 MSI. Yeah, names are correct, resolution is correct, the del1 is primary and the MSI1 is secondary. This one has higher DPI. Okay, so the system is working. Cool. And the next step is using those details that we just figured out and adding them into the display. So here we can have an additional setting to show the monitors and change the active monitor and apply. Okay, now let me do this also. Let's go to display options, and here I'll add, let me just duplicate this menu language. I'll name this displays. Okay, now we need to initialize this. So let's go here. So this is where I initialize options. So if I check the language options, we have two functions, override options and initialize option. So those are the two things that I need to do in order to initialize and show the displays in that setting. So these things, these functions, I have already shown you how did I implement those things. So I'm just going to use them without explaining. So first I'll add a function init displays, and from the plugin that we already implemented, get all, what's the function name? For some reason I had to restart the editor. Get all displays. Okay, now we can get all the displays and break this. We can run a for each loop, and as I said, what I need to do is for the displays override options. So we need to give the options levels. That means in this case it should be display names, and that could be actually a local variable. Yeah, promote to local variable, display names. Right, now we can add the names from this structure. We have the name as a string. Right, then after it is completed, we can override options with the initialized array. And the next thing is init option. So we need to give the name. I'll call the menu displays, and the default value I'll set to 0. Okay, now, oh, I didn't call this. I need to call it here. Init displays and compile. Now see, it's updated. So now if I go here, now you see displays retrieved from the plugin. So we can change it, but applying part is not still working because we didn't implement it that yet, and we will do that in the next episode. So thanks for watching. As always, updated project files will be available for download in the Patreon page. Link would be in the description below, and if you would like to support my work, you can get the membership of Patreon Club. See you in another episode. Goodbye.